this is another set of tabletop strategy tactics. One of them is to send a set of like Savannah masters or other fast units like locusts as a pack, and these can overwhelm a larger mech, especially if they come in a large pack of 4 to 6, because the large mech won't be able to keep all of them away from its back, so many of them will be at its back, and then you will be able to slowly wear it down. Another possibility is that if you have a large number of light units like infantry and locusts, you can use those as initiative sinks, because the rules as written allow you to use infantry as initiative sinks to make sure that your critical mechs, like your big powerful mech that's doing brawling, gets to move last, because you're going to move some initiative you're going to sink an initiative into an infantry stand or something, and that's it. That platoon chooses not to move, and then the opponent has to move a mech. And the opponent, if they have less mechs than you, then you will pretty much always win initiative in the critical battle in the center, where your brawler is facing their brawler, and you might be able to get side shots and back shots on their mech with your mechs, based on your having excess infantry and light mechs as initiative sinks. Some people consider that abusing rules, and they may have house rules that ban that or claim all infantry move as just one mech. Well, in that case, that's just how it's going to be, and then you still can use infantry. You still have a very good use for infantry, because a few units of infantry can actually challenge a mech. And if they're dug in, they're very hard for a mech to kill, because a mech has to have flamers or machine guns to really effectively clear out infantry. If it fires PPCs and LRMs and whatever else into the infantry groups, it's not going to kill them very effectively. So the infantry are, especially if they're in a city or have partial cover, can be fairly powerful. And also they can be sort of left behind to protect your LRM carriers, or your Karnovs can move them around. If you're using goblins or vehicle transports, then it's a bit of a different story. They don't quite have the mobility to move infantry around a lot. So they are more of a deliver the infantry to spot A, and then the vehicle drives off to spot B, which might be the same as spot A, and fights there. Whereas with a Karnov, because it has more mobility and is a VTOL, it actually has enough time that within a game you might be able to move an infantry stand, or move two platoons of infantry, and then perhaps remove them again later, or perhaps go back and pick up other infantry units with that same Karnov, while at the same time the Karnov is acting like a flying spotter, that hopefully you're flying above enough at a sufficient altitude that it doesn't get shot. And so that's the value of those particular tactics and stratagems. Hopefully you can use them to win on the battlefield.
Please leave comments at the end if you found anything you agree with or disagree with, or if you have any requests for other videos.